Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Jessie. Today I'm also wanted to talk about the tax mitigation issue with you. Well, somehow, after I chatted with my friends about the accommodation benefits issues, which I elaborated on my previous video. Well, one of my friends also, continued talking about this issue with me. Well, she asked me about one question. She said that she actually rented an apartment, and the thing is that her company initiate rental refund, employee welfare, refund procedures aimed at providing the tax mitigation for those employers who actually rent apartments. And my friend asked me whether she should choose the rental refund program or not. The specific arrangement of the rental refund provided by her company is that, for example, you earn 30,000 Hong Kong dollars per month and you rent an apartment. The apartment will be like approximately 10,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. And the thing is that the company is willing, to give you this rental refund, 10,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. They're gonna pay you the salary like 20,000 Hong Kong dollars per month instead of 30,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. In this way, they can help you to reduce your taxable income, right? Well, my friend asked me whether it is like good idea or not. So initially, in her first impression, she thinks that definitely this is the perfect idea since it was something to do with employment welfare. Once it's something to do with the welfare, you definitely have to choose that. But somehow since I am expert in Hong Kong tax issues, so she want to ask for my advice and she want to get to know a little bit more information about this issue. Well, before answering directly about whether she can accept the rental refund arrangement or not, we will ask her 4 questions. The first one is that what is the amount of the rental refund that you are entitled to in your company based on your ranks in your company? Second is that what is your actual rental you have to pay every month? A third issue is that what type of apartment you are renting, and is there anyone who share the rental with you? The fourth question is that what is your monthly salary? After my friends give me all those information, I made a numerical calculation with her. Actually, the reason I have to ask about all those information because of one reason. So when you file in your tax return to IRD, the Inland Revenue Department, the thing is that they're gonna give you a multiple choice question. I already say that if your company had a rental refund policy, somehow you have to choose whether you want to accept the company's rental refund policy or you want to accept the domestic rental expense reduction as a tax reduction when you file in your tax return. You have to choose one of them. You cannot choose both of them. So because of this trade-off, somehow your choice will definitely make a difference in your accessible income. Well, I elaborate on the accommodation benefits in my previous video. If you want to get to know more about the details, anyway, you can refer to the previous video on this. Well, anyway, let's give brief introduction about all those 2 terminologies, the accommodation benefits if you choose the rental refund from your company and the domestic deduction, type of a tax deduction. So, in terms of accommodation benefits, it is taxable and it should be included in your taxable income when your company provide a property as your place of residence or your company refund your rental back to you. But taxable amount which should be included in your accessible income is not the actual amount of money paid by your company or the actual rental refund paid by your company to you, but would be calculated in another way, which is determined by something called rental value. How to calculate rental value? Rental value is like a percentage times your annual income. So this percentage is determined by the types of accommodation you have, such as you live in a studio or you live in a hotel or you live in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment, something like that. The domestic rental expense deduction is a type of a tax deduction. When you fill in your tax return, you have to decide whether you want to use the domestic rental expense deduction or not. For apartment you rented, it is entitled to the maximum 100,000 Hong Kong dollars per year as tax deduction. If you have several people that are entitled, to this rented apartment, somehow, you can split the tax deduction. If 3 people rent an apartment together and you get your tenancy agreement stamped and 3 people's names are all on this tenancy agreement somehow, that means that 3 of you are entitled, to the domestic rental expense deduction, and you can split the rental deduction something at your discretion. And for one person, for 1 year, the maximum tax deduction amount will be also 100,000 Hong Kong dollars as well. So okay, that is domestic rental expense deduction. And then again, let's get back to the example from my friend. We're gonna do a numerical analysis about her case, decide whether she should accept this rental fund arrangement from her company or not. So let's take my friend's case as an example. I'm gonna give you some specific calculation, to tell you how to choose whether you can accept the company rental refund or not. Well, right now she lives in New Territory, so she share 2-bedroom apartments with another girl. Well, they split the bill every month, and the monthly rental is like 14,000 Hong Kong dollars. That's after they split the bill, my friend have to pay 7,000 Hong Kong dollars per month as rental. And her company, based on her rank, she's entitled, to get a full amount of the rental back from her company. Thus, she can get 7,000 Hong Kong dollars per month from her company. And her monthly salary is 30,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. If she chooses to accept the rental refund plan from her company would refund the 7,000 Hong Kong dollars back to her as rental refund. And also, she can get 23,000 Hong Kong dollars per month as her salary. Instead, since she lives in a 2-bedroom apartment, thus the rental value rate is like 10%. That's why she calculated rental rate. It is like 10% times her annual salary. That is 23,000 Hong Kong dollars per month times 10% and times 12 months. Since her monthly salary is 33,000 Hong Kong dollars per month, thus for the whole year, her annual salary would be like 27,000 Hong Kong dollars per year. So in together, her accessible income would be like 303,600 Hong Kong dollars per year. Or if she chooses the domestic rental expense deduction instead of the rental refund provided by her company, so every year, her annual accessible income will be like 360,000 Hong Kong dollars. Since she split the bill with her friends, each of them are entitled to 50,000 Hong Kong dollars as tax reduction in name of domestic rental expense. So finally, her accessible income will be like 310,000 Hong Kong dollars per year. You see, so you can see clearly that it's better for her, to choose the rental refund from her company. So you see that there is like a 6,400 differences in terms of accessible income. So it's obviously that it is better for my friend, to choose the rental refund arrangement provided by her company anyway, even though, there was no such a big difference. Well, actually, somehow when you are trying to make a decision about whether you have to choose the company's rental refund or not, here is a formula that you can directly use, to decide. That is the amount of rental that you can claim from your company minus your annual salary times the percentage related to the rental value calculation. Something to do with the accommodation types or something like that. And we use this amount to compare domestic rental expense deduction that you are entitled to. So in this way, we can compare those two amounts, and we choose the one with a higher amount. Which is the actual amount that we could be able, to be exempt from the accessible income, something like that. Somehow my takeaway is that if your rental is not very high, probably less than 10,000 Hong Kong dollars per month, or the amount that you can claim from your company for the rental refund is not very high because you have a relatively lower ranks in your company, something like that, it's better not to choose the rental refund program provided by your company. Or if you have a pretty higher income and also you rent a very expensive apartment, something like that, and it is better for you probably to choose the rental refund provided by your company. So maybe when you want to make a decision, it's better for you to use the formula provided for you, to give it a specific numerical comparison. So that is the best way for you to make a well-informed decision. Well, anyway, that is my sharing today. So if you like my video, please thumb up. If you have any questions or comments, you are really welcome to leave a message. If you want to get to know more about tax issues, please subscribe me and ring the bell. You will never miss my updates. Thank you. Bye.